Hey lovely, so in this tutorial we're going to be learning how to make this dress. If you want to learn how to make this, let's keep watching, like, comment, share, and let's head into the tutorial. Okay, hello again. So in this tutorial we're going to be using this fabric. I have 4 yards of Ankara fabric, African print, and my tape, my scissors, my chalk, my rulers, and I think elastic. Yes, I use this slim elastic and also the bigger elastic. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead to fold my fabric into like the way I'm going to cut a fillet. Okay, fold it like a triangle, which is what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get the triangle right. Okay, so I'm just folding my triangle. Alright, after I'm done folding my triangle, from the top I'm going to come down by 14 inches. Alright, 14 inches, and mark it there. Make a mark 14 inches, still holding that same position at the top. I'm going to mark 14 inches all around like a cone shape. Alright, I hope you can see it. 14 inches all the way to the end of that triangle area, to the end of the open part. Yes, so I'm going to mark 14, and then I'm going to use either my free hand or a curve ruler to connect all of these points together like I'm doing right now. Okay, all right, so after that I'm going to, at that point of 14 inches, I'm going to put my tape at 5 inches there, because I want the neckline to start at 5 inches. Okay, so at that 14 I'm going to put 5 inches there. Then I'm going to mark the full length of the dress. It's as simple as that. Okay, place that 5 inches on that mark that we've made, and then the full length, I want it to be 38 inches, but I think I'm going to add 1 extra inch for weaving allowance, or you can say hemming allowance if you're going to hem yours, but I want to weave mine industrially, so that's what I'm going to do. So I went all around and marked that 38 inches and then the 39. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to, sorry about the chicken. I'm just going to repeat the process all around, okay, to the end of that, to the end of the fabric. So I'm going to mark, so I'm showing you that it's starting from 5, like I said. I'm going to put my tape at 5 inches at that mark of 14 that we made there, and then I'm going to mark the full length, which is 38, and 1 extra inch. Please forgive me, I don't know why this dog is deciding to act up now. Oh God. Okay, so I'm just going to, of course, mark the full length. Okay, so I'm going to use my curve ruler to just connect all of those points together. Mind you, you can do this with your free hand if you want, but I am using my curve ruler, okay, to show you that you can also use your curve ruler, or you can just use your free hand and connect all of these points together. All right, okay. All right, so I'm connecting everything like I said. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do right now is to just mark out those points. This is just an extra because I noticed that it was not so visible, so I'm just going ahead to like redraw it so that you can really see it. I can see it from where I am, but maybe you watching it on your phone, you can't see it. So that's why I went ahead to do this part. Okay, so after now, we'll just go ahead and cut it so that you can see how the front is. Mind you, this is the front of the dress. Okay, I would strongly advise, if you're a beginner, to cut this part on a pattern paper. Okay, because it's from the front, you'll be able to get how the back will look. Okay, so if you're a beginner, cut this part on your pattern paper so that when you cut it out on your fabric, you can now modify it for your back. Okay, so I'm going ahead to cut it out. As you can see, I've cut up that top part. Now I'm going to come ahead and cut that lower part out so that our flare will be out. Okay, cut. So while we're still cutting this part, let me use the opportunity to thank all of you for 530 subscribers. I don't take it lightly at all. God bless you, and may God come through for you as you have come through for me. I remember when we were 30 subscribers. I remember when we were 50. So to cut the back part, of course, as you can see, we measure out that 5 inches that we cut off from here. And then if you want it to be a backless dress, like a dress that doesn't have any back, what you have to do is to mark out where you want the back to end. So for most people, you can mark out your waistline. Okay, my own waistline is at 16 inches, but I don't want it to be that low. Please, I'm somebody's mother. I don't want it to be that low. Okay, so I'm not going to mark up to this point. I'm going to go up and mark maybe like, say, 11 or 12 inches, a bit 10 if, because I'm not that I'm conservative like that. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead. Where's my chalk? I'm going to go ahead and mark mine at, let me say, 10 inches. Okay, so if I check it and it is very high, maybe it's ridiculously high, of course I can always have room to come down a little bit. But if you want yours to be a totally backless, I just want mine to have a low back. If you want yours to be a backless dress, of course you can come down all the way to your waistline. Okay, or you can just from 10 to 16 should be good. Okay, from 10 to 16, anywhere in between. If you're a medium person, you can do 13. All right, okay, so I hope I passed this particular message good. So just going to go ahead and take that 10 inches all the way through. Okay, that's for the back part. I'm not going to cut this here. I'm going to use this to cut out the back. So it will just be perfect for you if you used a pattern paper. Oops, I don't have that time, please. If you use the pattern paper, it'll be perfect for you to use. So what I'm going to do now is to now get the piece for the back and just lay it all the way through. Sorry, this is my 5-inch mark, and of course, so connect it like so. So I need to speed up this part so that we can understand it. I hope we do. So I'm just going to speed up the next part after this. I've gone ahead to cut the back piece. Okay, I'll see what I said. I came down by 5 inches from that top. That's 10 inches in total. Okay, as I'm going to show you, I came down by 5 inches. That is 10 inches if you're going to start from that top. I hope you understand. Now I removed that back piece because I noticed that the front part of the dress has a band, so I didn't account for it before. So I'm going to cut it off now. Okay, so I wanted to have a 3 inches band, so I measured 2.5 inches from that side, and I'm going to mark it out so that you can see it. So I marked out 2.5 inches. Okay, 2.5 inches. I'm going to curve it all the way through and then cut it up, so that when I add that 3-inch band, I'll use half inch to join it. I hope you understand. So I'm going to cut this off. In the front part, I'll attach a band instead because of the style of the fabric because of the style. So I labeled it F as front, so I will not be confused. Now for this back part, I noticed that the 10 inches that I came down by was still too high, so I'm going to come down by 2 inches for that back, so that the whole total can be 12. Okay, so I told you I don't want a backless dress here. I want a low back dress. Okay, not something that is totally backless. So I came down by 2 inches extra, so you can just come down by 12 when you're cutting yours. Okay, which is what I just did now. All right, I came down. Then I'm going to cut a facing for this back part, because I'm going to cut a facing because I'm going to attach my elastic band here. Okay, a facing of, I think I came down by like, so right here I cut a facing for the back. Okay, it's always better to cut a facing instead of cutting a straight strip, okay, to turn in a flay. So I cut a facing for that back part. For the front part, I cut, I think this is 13 inches long. No, I think it's 12 inches long by 12 by 3 inches. Okay, so this is 3 inches in width and 12 inches long for the front band. Why for the sleeves? For the sleeves, I cut 21 inches long. Okay, 21 inches on fold. Okay, for the sleeve, because I'm going to put elastic, so it will gather it up. To gather it up, I'll put elastic somewhere here. Okay, I'll close it here, put that 1 inch elastic over here, then it will gather and give us that beautiful ruffle that we see on the sleeve area. Okay, so it's 20 inches by 5 inches. So the width is 5 inches and the length is 20 inches. That's 20 inches on fold. Okay, so it means it's 40 when you open it up. And I cut this piece twice. Okay, 2. And then of course, if you see in the back of that dress, you see there's also a smaller band elastic thingy. So I cut 1 inch strip to 18 inches. They are 18 inches in length, but 1 inch in what's it called, in thickness, in width. Okay, so that is all the facing key that I'm working with. I've gone ahead to attach the facing and use it to create a casing for the elastic, and I've gone ahead to attach my 1 inch elastic. I doubled it. Okay, that's why it's a little bit wide, because that's how it is in the dress. So I doubled it and then passed it all the way through. If you want to know how to pass elastic, if you're a complete beginner, please, I have done something similar in my previous boo-boo videos. Okay, go and watch that. I mean, put the link here. And now I'm showing you that you now hold the 2 sides and sew it up. Okay, you match it up from the lower part and you just sew it up. It's not going to reach both of them are not going to have the same neckline, as you can see. So I'm showing you how to finish up the other side. Now for that for the back piece, you've seen that there's also an elastic band at the back after the facing. So you're just going to take this little elastic. I think I cut 5 inches. I'm not sure. So you're going to pass it through. Okay, I use the needle to pass this, so just slow it down and watch, or go back and watch it again. I use the needle. Please don't use the sharp edge of the needle to choke inside. Use that blunt, the eye of the needle area. Okay, use it to do this. Okay, you put it and pass that what's it called, elastic all the way through. Okay, it's as easy as that. Then you bring it out from the end, then stitch that part down. I've gone ahead to stitch it down, and now I'm going to show you how to put it around the ring. Okay, just put it around the ring and make a stitch. That's all. Go on and repeat the same process on the other side. Okay, yes, I think I used 5 inches for the elastic. Okay, now this is for the sleeves. As you can see, I've already done one part of the sleeves. Okay, look how beautiful. It's so fine, guys. I've done one part. Please, if you can go ahead to weave the raw edge first before you do this, that would be nice. If not, it doesn't make any difference. I've gone ahead to create a casing. As you can see, I folded 1.5 inches, still folded half of an inch inside, then I stitched it down so that we can have 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to pass that 1 inch elastic into that. So I'm just showing the full length of the straight strip. Now when you're done, it should be like 17 inches. I use 17 inches elastic. So I'm going to pass it through that casing over there and stitch down. So this is the final look of the dress. Gonna head to tack it on this point. How you're going to get where you're going to tack it is that you'd either fit it on a mannequin or fit it on yourself. Okay, then you wear this sleeve onto your cloth and we begin to tack the points. That, you know, it meets. That's pretty much it. This place now, I'm going to finish it by weaving it, but I've not done that now. Okay, I'm going to weave it, and that is this is it for the front of the dress, and this is the back of the dress. It's right here. Okay, see how pretty this dress is. So fine. So I'm going to wear this one to my antenatal. So this is the back of the dress. You can see the ring thingy that we put, and of course the waist. It's a really nice dress, and that's pretty much it. Okay, like, share and subscribe. God bless you, and I'll see you guys, don't shout, in my next video.